Hi guys, it's Quinn with PTSD while black. Um, I had a partial seizure today at physical therapy, so a good place to have one. Um, it was a lot of warning signs from the past couple of days that something wasn't right, but it's also I'm starting my period this week, and um a lot of times that happens. Memories. What I wanted to talk about was knowing the things that were warnings coming up to this. Um, Yesterday I did not drink a lot of water. I overexerted myself. Um, I got confused when I was cooking dinner. I cooked dinner by myself. I made a roast and baked potatoes, and I noticed I was very confused when I was chopping the vegetables for the roast. Um, and what was weird was like the smell of the onion was confusing. Um, so measuring the same old things of confusion with cooking were measuring and chopping, and then not having adequate water, and plus the start of my period. Those are all stressors, some that I can control, some that I can't, that lead up to these kinds of episodes. This was very different than the seizure in October. And with it happening on an even month, I'm wondering if there's something wrong with an ovary, or um, stress in starting my cycle, because it's every other month approximately, or at least since I've been watching and really recording. This one was more feeling emotional shifts, sudden emotional shifts. Like I didn't want to kiss my husband goodbye when I took him to work. I was just suddenly upset. And then at physical therapy, while waiting in the waiting room, I had this overwhelming feeling of I need to get out of here, and crying. Um, and it was feeling that I was tired of being in pain. I thought, oh, I'm just throwing a pity party, but it was like so intense. Um, and I did not feel pain during this episode. We had cups on my back, and usually putting the suction cups on my lower back hurts like hell. I couldn't feel anything except for when she put the cup on fresh skin. I did feel that, and it was uncomfortable, but um I was doing like the prayer stretch, and that's when I became aware that I could not feel any pain in my back, just pressure. And I was crying a lot, and just overwhelmed. I think my brain was probably processing way too much. Um, and was I managed to do the prayer stretch and the sit to stand squats, and usually they hurt my knee really bad, and I did not feel it. I know I was in so much pain yesterday that I couldn't stand to do the dishes, and I had to sit down multiple times while I was cooking. So I don't know, like, but at this right before this episode, I didn't feel any pain. And I guess my brain is like, I can only focus on so much. It was more of an emotional overwhelm. Then when we went to do the bird dogs, which is opposite arm, opposite hand, it was like I did that. I did the squats, then I did the thread the needle, and that was exertion from doing those two. But when I went to do the bird dogs, which are not physically demanding, they don't hurt me so much, but it was the ability to go opposite hand. I couldn't figure out how to place my hands and which foot, and I guess that was where my brain said, "Fuck it, I'm gone." And I just got that weird smell. That was the first sense that shit's about to go down. That weird ozone smell. I guess maybe that was my brain frying. I don't know. Um, that came up, and I said I need to sit down, and it was this just like a wave of dizziness, and I lost. I was able to talk just fine during the squats, up through the squats. I did have to sit down for a moment and talk while doing the squats. So my speech was normal. And then she was asking me questions. Are you okay? What do you need? And I couldn't speak. Um, but I could hear, and I was sitting upright. Because I knew that laying down would hurt like a motherfucker. Because the tables are hard. And I had difficulty walking after the episode. It was a lot of dizziness and confusion. But talking has been the hardest thing. I've been resting. And so this is much better than what I was doing earlier. The other thing, just now, I called to reschedule my physical therapy appointments, and I couldn't remember what appointments I have on Friday. Can't remember the time of the appointment I have that next Friday. And I couldn't remember. I remembered that next Friday is the 14th, but I couldn't remember what month. And I'm looking at a calendar, looking at the 14th. Couldn't remember that this is December, and I couldn't remember that it's the 12th. That connection between December also being the 12th month of the year. I was having trouble with that. So it's good to see, like, Definitely language skills are really fucked up um, at this time. But what else do we encode like months? I don't know. Like maybe military time might be a challenge. I don't know. I'm getting tired. This is a lot. But I'm just recording this so I have a record of what's happening. So far, I'm seeing these major episodes are coming every other month. It used to be, well, this isn't as major, but it's because it was in front of other people that makes it major. Um, it's every other month since I've been paying attention instead of once or twice a year. So, um, it's just observation. So I'm having it in the recorded format because typing is confusing the fuck out of me right now. All right. Till next time. Peace.